Hey everyone, this is Abra, and I'm back to give my 2 cents on the new Lord of the Rings of Power trailer that just popped up earlier. It's going to be a new show for Amazon Prime. I watched it, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It kind of felt hollow in a way. The best way I could describe it is when I was a kid, I remember at Easter time, my parents got me one of these giant chocolate rabbits, and I was so excited. I was like, wow, look at all this chocolate. And then I took a bite out of it, and it was hollow. It's like, oh man, it's not what I thought it was. So, I don't know, it looks really good. The special effects look nice and polished, but there's just something about it. I think I'm probably burned out on, kind of all these remakes and reimaginations, and I think I'm skeptical. I'm a bit jaded. I've watched all of my favorite IPs from the past just molded into something else, and it's like my favorite shows have just left me behind. For example, Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, those are the major ones. So with this one, when I watch it, I mean, it looks like everything should click, but there's something about it. It's like it looks like Lord of the Rings, it kind of sounds like Lord of the Rings, but I don't know. I get the feeling of a Chinese knockoff. You get something, say maybe a toy. It almost looks right, it almost feels right, but in the end, it's not the true representation of what it's supposed to be. And that's really as close as I can get to really describing how I felt. It's kind of just this gut feeling. And there's been lots of talk of this show over the last several months, and people have been skeptical because, from what we've seen, they're trying to force a lot of elements into the Tolkien series that were never traditionally found in the novels. Now, in all fairness, I haven't read the novels. I started reading, I think it was The Hobbit, and God bless Tolkien, but he's a little verbose in places. Like, he can spend 10 pages describing a radish. It's one of those things that I probably need to go back and try to read it. Maybe now that I'm older, I can appreciate it a little bit better, but I think Tolkien, he just wanted to really make sure that you could visualize in your mind the world that he was creating. Back to the Rings of Power, again, I don't know. It's like it wants to be Lord of the Rings, but something is just not clicking with me. Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. Well, I won't. I think I'm gonna pass on this one, unless of course I hear reviews otherwise saying that, hey, no, this is really good. But from some of the stories that I've heard pertaining to this series, with the makers of the show trying to force extra diversity into the show, and I have nothing wrong with having diverse actors and everything in the show. I think the way they're doing it is gonna take some of the people out of the lore, if that makes any sense. But I don't know, and some of the costumes and everything have seemed a little bit weird, the directions that they're taking. I remember the photo they showed several months ago, and it looked like one of the actresses was wearing just this baptismal gown with like a Doritos necklace around it. It just looked very strange to me. But you never know. I think I'm really getting fatigued from all of these reimaginings and prequels and remakes and everything. I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this. It looks great. I hope Amazon doesn't end up losing a heap ton of money, because I can just see them trying to recoup it through our Amazon rates. Yeah, profits are down. Let's go ahead and charge people more. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. That's my 2 cents. This is Abra. Thank you so much for watching. Till the next time.